Beginning a journey of self-discovery and self-affirmation. Starting a journey of self-discovery and self-affirmation is a universal challenge, faced by all of us at some point in our lives. Within this context, a fundamental aspect is learning to set personal boundaries and understand the power of saying no. We often find ourselves trapped in the habit of prioritizing the needs and desires of others, often at the expense of our own interests and well-being. Importance of setting personal boundaries. Setting personal boundaries is crucial to maintaining healthy self-esteem and a sense of autonomy. Through this text, we will explore how the act of removing ourselves from toxic situations or relationships is not merely a gesture of self-preservation, but also a powerful expression of self-respect and autonomy. We will discuss how the ability to say no and maintain a clear direction in life can profoundly transform our relationship with ourselves and others, leading to a more authentic and fulfilling existence. The challenge of prioritizing others. It is an intriguing and quite common phenomenon, the tendency of many individuals to devote their time and effort to others, often even beyond their own limits and needs. But what is the root of this behavior? It could be an internal search for personal validation, a deep longing to be valued and accepted. Or perhaps these people believe that their self-esteem is intrinsically tied to how they are perceived by others. Consequences of lack of limits. This excessive concern about the perceptions of others can become a trap. When you worry too much about what other people think, you risk losing your own identity. You become a reflection of the expectations and opinions of others, as if your existence depended on the approval of others. This can be exhausting and, in many cases, lead to a vicious cycle of endlessly seeking recognition and approval. Breaking the cycle. This journey in search of acceptance can be motivated by various reasons. Some may feel insecure about their own worth, depending on external validation to feel worthy. Others may have grown up in environments where love and care were conditioned on meeting the expectations of others, leading them to believe that this is the only way to be loved or respected. However, it is crucial to recognize that this constant search for approval from others can be a lonely and unsatisfying path. It's like trying to fill an internal void with something that's always out of reach. The key to breaking this cycle may lie in developing a healthier relationship with yourself, learning to value your own opinions and needs. By doing so, one can begin to embark on a path of greater authenticity and personal satisfaction where the opinions of others are only part of the whole and not the determining factor of happiness and self-esteem. Before continuing, please verify your subscription and feel free to leave a comment about your perspectives during the video. Let's get started. Chapter 1: The Search for Acceptance. The search for personal acceptance and validation is a deep drive in many people, originating from a desire to be valued and accepted. This need often leads people to link their self-esteem to how they are perceived by others, which can become a dangerous trap. By worrying excessively about the opinions of others, one runs the risk of losing one's own identity, becoming a reflection of the expectations and opinions of others. Not only is this behavior exhausting, but it can also induce a vicious cycle of constantly seeking recognition and approval. Chapter 2: Identifying Challenges in Relationships. Insecurity about one's own worth, which often relies on external validation to feel worthy, is common. Some people grew up in environments where love and attention were conditioned on meeting the expectations of others, leading them to believe that this is the only way to be loved or respected. It is vital to recognize that this constant search for external approval is a lonely and unsatisfying path, similar to trying to fill an internal void with something that is always out of reach. The key to breaking this cycle is developing a healthier relationship with yourself, learning to value your own opinions and needs, which can lead to a path of greater authenticity and personal satisfaction. Chapter 3: The Power of Walking Away. I want to share a valuable strategy to regain your sovereignty and self-esteem: walking away. Although it may seem abrupt in certain circumstances, it is a necessary step to reassert your personal power. Throughout life, we encounter people who do not respect boundaries, are too dependent, or even cruel and selfish. Showing them that you are willing to walk away not only reinforces your independence but also regains control over your life. The power to walk away is strengthened by two fundamental pillars: the ability to say no, and the presence of a clear direction in your life. If you tend to get lost in the desires of others, or worse yet, feel used or mistreated, you likely have difficulty rejecting requests and lack a defined purpose. Having a clear goal shows the world that you value your time and, by extension, your life. Join our Stoicist journey at Buy Me a Coffee. Support with a donation or as a member and have a voice in our community. Every coffee fuels our mission to share wisdom. Be our pillar, make a difference today. Life. This naturally distances you from situations where your limits are disrespected. Keeping the focus on your own path reduces the need to seek external approval. Remember, walking away is not just a physical action but also a mindset of self-worth and respect. Adopting this posture sends a powerful message: you are responsible for your life. Thank you for dedicating your time to this reflection. Walking the other way can be liberating and transformative. Chapter 4: Knowing how to say goodbye. Saying goodbye may sound drastic, but at certain times, it becomes an essential action to affirm autonomy in a situation. Throughout life, we come across countless people. Some interactions are fleeting, while others take deep roots in our hearts. Each encounter, whether brief or long-lasting, leaves a unique mark on our personal history. Deciding to go back is not always easy and often comes with a mix of emotions, a combination of relief with a touch of melancholy. However, it is crucial to remember that taking control of our own narrative is a sign of maturity and self-knowledge. Knowing when to say goodbye, when to close a chapter, is a vital skill for building a satisfying and authentic life. In some cases, this choice may seem selfish to others, but in reality, it is an act of self-preservation. By removing ourselves from situations or people that no longer resonate with our values or aspirations, we make room for new opportunities and enriching experiences. This journey of personal discovery is a mosaic of meetings and goodbyes, each contributing a unique color to the larger picture of our existence. These moments of departure, although sometimes painful, are crucial to our growth and teach us about our limits, desires, and most importantly, who we really are. Chapter 5: The different types of relationships in life. The people who cross our paths present particular challenges in understanding and respecting personal boundaries. Some may be overly dependent, clinging to us and demanding a disproportionate amount of our time and energy. Although these interactions are often well-intentioned, they can become draining and create an imbalance in the relationship. On the other hand, there are those that we could classify as unpleasant and malicious. These are people who unfortunately view social interactions as an opportunity for manipulation and exploitation. This type of word, when used assertively and respectfully, is a sign of inner strength and confidence. Chapter 6: Setting Boundaries and Direction. Having clear direction is essential both literally and metaphorically. It means having goals, aspirations, and a sense of purpose in life. Knowing where you are going makes it easier to make decisions and choose paths that align with your values and goals. Direction gives us focus, helping us avoid distractions and negative influences. The concepts of know and direction form a powerful combination. While know protects us from unwanted external influences, direction keeps us on the path to achieving our goals and dreams. These two concepts are crucial to maintaining personal integrity and following a path that is truly our own. If you find yourself frequently giving in to the whims of others or, in more severe cases, being exploited, manipulated or abused by others, this could indicate a difficulty saying no and a lack of clear direction in life. These warning signs deserve attention and reflection. The inability to say no often arises from a desire to please, avoid conflict, or a belief that our needs and desires are less important than those of others. This behavior, although it may seem harmless at first, can lead to a cycle of self-denial and resentment, and create an environment ripe for being used or abused. On the other hand, lack of direction can be the result of uncertainties, lack of self-knowledge, or fear of pursuing our true interests. Without clear direction, it is easy to be influenced by the will and goals of others, thus missing the opportunity to live a life that is truly our own. Recognizing these patterns in yourself is the first step towards change. It begins by strengthening self-esteem and self-awareness, understanding what we truly value and desire for our lives. From there, we can begin to practice assertiveness, learning to say no when necessary and to set and pursue our own goals and aspirations. Chapter 7: Lack of commitment to goals. People often notice when someone lacks commitment to their personal goals, which can lead them to view that person's time as less valuable than their own. This perception can lead to a harmful dynamic where you are expected to prioritize the needs and desires of others above your own. This situation not only diminishes the importance of your time and efforts but can also establish a pattern where your own goals and aspirations are consistently put on hold. This dynamic can be subtle and is often not done with malicious intent, however, it reinforces the idea that the needs of others are more important, which can lead to a cycle of self-neglect. When you spend most of your time meeting the expectations of others, you may end up missing the opportunity to invest in yourself and your own goals. This highlights the importance of developing a sense of direction and purpose. Having clear and personal goals helps establish healthy boundaries and make decisions that reflect your own priorities. This does not mean ignoring the needs of others but finding a balance between helping others and taking care of yourself. Moreover, learning to value your own time and efforts is crucial. This involves recognizing your worth and the importance of your own goals and aspirations. By valuing yourself, you teach others to do the same. From the perspective of those who see others as less committed to their own goals, it may seem that by dedicating time to satisfy their demands, you are using your time usefully by serving their interests. This view is problematic because it places the value of your time and efforts solely in the context of their usefulness to others and not in relation to your own satisfaction and personal growth. This mindset can lead you to believe that your worth is intrinsically linked to your ability to be useful to others, rather than recognizing your inherent value as an individual. Such an approach not only minimizes the importance of your own aspirations and needs but can also lead to a loss of self-esteem and a feeling of dissatisfaction with life. It is essential to recognize that being useful to others is only one of the many ways to value your time. The true value of your time is also manifested when you work towards your own goals, take care of yourself, or simply do things that bring you joy and satisfaction. By intensively dedicating yourself to a personal goal, you embark on a journey of significant self-appreciation. This dedication not only reflects a clear definition of priorities but also resonates as an affirmation of the value of your time and life. This stance sends a strong signal to both yourself and those around you, indicating that every minute is precious and should be used thoughtfully and meaningfully. Choosing to live with a clear purpose fundamentally changes how others perceive you. People begin to see someone who makes conscious decisions about how to invest their time, someone who is not available to be indiscriminately consumed by the whims of others. Instead of being perceived as a resource available to others, you are seen as an individual with your own desires, ambitions, and passions. Committing to your goals has several marked advantages, including a sense of authenticity and integrity in your actions and choices. Chapter 8: The Sense of Authenticity. Your commitment to your goals starts to reflect your internal values and beliefs, providing a feeling of living genuinely and truthfully. This dedication enhances self-respect and, consequently, the respect others have for you. When you demonstrate that you value your own time, you naturally teach others to do the same. Furthermore, this attitude of commitment can serve as a source of inspiration for those around you. Observing your effort and the achievements that stem from it, you become a positive example, encouraging others to pursue their own dreams and passions. Another crucial aspect is setting healthy boundaries. By dedicating yourself to your goals, you learn to say no to demands that do not align with your priorities, maintaining a healthy balance between meeting the needs of others and your own. Additionally, keeping a focus on your personal goals and aspirations is an effective strategy for distancing yourself from situations where your boundaries are violated or where you are exposed to abuse. This ability to walk away from harmful environments is crucial in various aspects of life, whether in work, marital relationships, or even friendships. In a professional context, for example, having a clear sense of direction can help you identify when a work situation becomes toxic or detrimental, whether due to colleagues who do not respect your boundaries or an unbalanced workload. Knowing when and how to step back is vital for your mental health and professional progress. Similarly, in personal relationships, such as marriages or friendships, the ability to maintain your integrity helps to identify when these relationships become one-sided or damaging. Chapter 9: Staying True to Your Principles. Staying true to your own goals and values helps you identify when relationships become unilateral or harmful. It can often be difficult to recognize and admit that a close relationship is causing more harm than good. However, by focusing on your own needs and goals, you become more adept at realizing when it's time to withdraw and seek more healthy and balanced environments and relationships. This ability to walk away is not just a form of self-preservation, it is also an act of self-respect. It involves recognizing your own worth and understanding that you deserve to be in situations and relationships that are respectful and reciprocal. Incorporating these concepts into a narrative conveys a message of empowerment and self-defense. It encourages listeners to consider the importance of protecting themselves from harmful situations and recognizing the value of seeking environments that promote their well-being and personal growth. Being focused on your own path has the effect of reducing excessive concern for the affairs and opinions of others. When you focus on yourself, the need for external approval significantly diminishes. You begin to understand that the only person you really need to prove anything to is yourself. This type of self-awareness and confidence is liberating and fundamental to building an authentic and fulfilling life. Moving away from abusive people and environments reinforces your commitment to a genuine life, aligned with your principles and aspirations. Chapter 10: Stepping Away from Toxic People. Stepping away from destructive individuals is a powerful way to protect your self-respect and integrity. This is not a sign of weakness, but rather of strength and self-awareness. By making this decision, you choose not to let your mental health and well-being be compromised by toxic situations or relationships. This attitude also sends a clear message to the world around you: you are in control of your life. You decide who and what deserves your time and energy. This doesn't mean that you do not care about friends, family, or partners. On the contrary, it shows that while you love and value these relationships, you do not rely on them for your happiness or sense of worth. Establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries is a way to demonstrate that you respect yourself and expect the same respect from others. Taking the stance to walk away in negotiation situations sends a powerful message, especially in a business context. This attitude signals to the other parties involved that you have other options and that while you are interested, you are not wholly dependent on that specific deal to progress. This is a demonstration of confidence and an abundance mindset that can be incredibly influential in negotiations. Chapter 11: The Abundance Mindset. An abundance mindset is not necessarily based on having a lot of money, possessions, or a wide social circle. Instead, it is about an internal perspective, a state of contentment and confidence in your ability to achieve and create opportunities. When you operate from this mindset, you radiate a sense of self-security and self-sufficiency that can be very appealing and persuasive to others. This concept also applies to personal relationships. Loving and valuing the people in your life is natural and important, but it is crucial to understand that you do not need them for your own happiness or sense of worth. Conclusion: this understanding allows you to establish healthier, more balanced relationships where there is no excessive dependency. In negotiations, the willingness to walk away and take it seriously is often the strongest position. This is because it shows that you are making a conscious decision, not acting out of desperation or need. By being willing to leave the negotiation table if the conditions are not favorable, you maintain control and integrity of the situation. This stance not only increases your chances of achieving a favorable outcome but also ensures that, regardless of the result, you remain in a position of power. You win by maintaining your standards and respecting your own boundaries. If you enjoyed this content, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more Stoic wisdom, and share your thoughts in the comments. Stay serene until next time.